I'm going to record this because I can't remember everything.
Stuff like that. What I've been told is they was putting drugs in my Cokes, some kind of speed or whatever, and apparently I'd been up for over a week.
Who was putting drugs in your Coke?
Donald and them girls.
Okay, well, stand by a minute. Today's date is
The 15th.
December the 15th. Time is 09:29. I'm here doing an interview with Donald. Sorry, Terri Walker. Okay. Why would they be putting drugs in your drink?
So that I wouldn't be aware, I would be intoxicated or whatever, and not aware of what day it was or when people was coming and when they was leaving. And apparently there was a house, Valley Village, that they called the trap house. I didn't know what that was. I kept hearing that word.
Trap house?
But I didn't know what it was. And they all got busted in this trap house just like weeks or whatever before this incident happened.
Who got busted?
That Donald Hagen and like 5 other people. And they was selling heroin. They got caught with heroin and other drugs. And I don't know, but I asked Tasha. I went by there and told her what happened, and she was in question. I don't know if she believed me or not. So she sent word to me to not contact her or nothing until the investigation, until I was cleared. Which I could understand that.
Right.
But on Facebook, like I put like 4 statements on there just to see what other people would say. And what other people saying, it's like this guy wanted to die. He had asked several people to kill him and even offered money to be killed.
Why did he want to die?
I don't know. I don't have a clue. I know that he was in a lot of trouble over drugs that I wasn't aware of until after the fact.
Why were they out there?
They was trying to make it whatever you call a trap house, where people could come and get high, lay around and get high, and they could sell drugs out of it.
So how much drugs was he selling out of it?
I have no idea. I don't know. I didn't even know. I knew he was leaving and coming, but now after the fact, I find out that people was bringing people out there to him. There's a woman that was driving him, and wait a minute, I think of her name, but she's connected with that Jasmine. She's blonde head like Tony. Her name's Tony. I don't know what her last name is.
Tony Holt.
Yeah, that's it right there. She was bringing him out there back and forth and bringing other people out there. They was meeting at the end of the driveway. That I had no idea that they was doing that.
Okay, I can't really talk to you about any of this. I can't say anything. You can talk till the cows come home. Unless you're agreeing to waive your rights to Miranda again. Are you doing that?
No, I don't want to do that because I don't know how much trouble I'm in. I want to give you my Facebook information where you can get on there and see what these people are saying, is what I'm saying. I ain't even been on Facebook since I did this. And this was like 2 or 3 weeks ago that I asked Tasha, I gave her my email address and my password, and I told her to get a hold of you so that you could look at just the comments and stuff that people was making. They're saying that he wanted to die. Personally, in my opinion, what happened, he had a .22 Luger is what he had. I had a holster, and it was, God, I've had it for like 15 years or so, and it's leather. He was wearing it when he died. Like that holster is fitted for a 9mm Luger. That's what I had in it when I first bought it. It's like you know how a leather holster, you keep a gun in it, how it forms to it. That gun, the way he was wearing that harness, I told him it's supposed to tie into your belt. It's supposed to be tight. This was real loose.
Well, this is what I think happened. This is my theory, and this is what I hope that we're going to be able to prove, is that you know good and well they were out there selling dope. You were with him the night before at Valley
He'd been
Village.
there 3 days.
At Valley Village the night
I dropped
before
him off.
after you lied to us about that.
Ma'am, I didn't mean to lie to you.
How do you not mean to lie?
Because my mind was messed up.
Now you're saying you were on narcotics.
No, it wasn't narcotics. Some kind of speed that they was putting in my Coke.
Okay. Well, this is what I think happened.
Mm-hmm.
That somewhere along the way, a drug deal went bad. You got threatened. If you didn't take him out, it was going to be your life that was going to end up being the cost of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you took him out.
That's not true, man. I don't know how to prove it, but it's not true.
I don't know how to tell you to prove it either, because there's no viable way that you could be about 100 yards from where he shot himself, allegedly, and not have heard that gunshot go off.
Well, my theory on that is he had a holster on, and then when I got to the liquor store, and the dispatch told me to put a clean rag on the wound, he had like 2 layers of camo stuff on with the holster here. So if you cover that up, and a 22 ain't that loud, you know, that I can only tell you what happened.
Well, it's loud enough at 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning when there's no traffic going up and down the road.
Right.
From 100 yards away, you would have heard the pop.
I did. I mean, it could have been my mind. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I know after it happened, I slept for 3 days. For 3 days solid, I slept. And then after...
I was curious because it just keeps piling up, is that while you were having contact with Q that morning on your phone...
Q?
Yeah.
Who is that?
The black guy that Donald was running around with.
I never had no contact with nobody named Q. A man by the name of Apollo called while I was sitting in that room. He wanted to know where the car was, and I kept asking, if you can go back on the phone, you'll see.
At 9 o'clock that morning?
No, well, I was in the interview thing.
No. This went on at 9 o'clock that morning.
I was talking to him?
Uh-huh.
No. I don't even know nobody named Q. They was using my phone on and off because my phone was the only one that picked up out there.
Well, and you know, the thing about it is, Terry, is that you could have probably cleared yourself very easily with your video recording that you had, but you want to say that it was off. And that's troubling in itself.
Okay, let me explain this. Let me explain my surveillance, because I tried to the sheriff, okay? I had a roommate there. His name was Chris Murphy. They stayed there for like a year. Okay, he bailed on me, and when he bailed on me, he took a lot of my tools and all that. He dismantled the surveillance. He took a cord, 1 cord is all I needed to hook that back up. Right now, I've got it hooked up to a VHS. TV, it's got the VHS tapes.
Mm-hmm.
But I showed that officer there that morning. But I'm just wanting to know if I could get my phone back.
No.
So, no? Okay. Alright, thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
How do I get out of, like I come?
You can go out the back door.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Lesson, her up front or Dad's waiting on her up there?